Good morning, guys. We're going to do a little review of adding mixed number fractions. So here I have 1.5 plus 2/4. So as you can remember, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I have the two fractions and they're equivalent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this as 1.5 plus 1/2 equals. Now, the other way I could have done that is I also could have done that as 1 2/4 plus 2/4 equals, right? Either way, we're talking about equivalent fractions. So when I add these up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to essentially treat them as two different parts, okay? Or two different place values, if you will. So first I can add my fractions. Okay, so when adding my fractions, let's do the half. Okay, so 1/2 plus 1/2 equals 1. Okay, so now I have my two fractional pieces that I've added together. Then I just have to add my whole together. So I also have one whole here, right? So I need to add that in as well. So then I can say 1 plus 1 equals 2. But to answer that question, 1.5 plus 1.5, my answer would be 2. And we would do it the same way with this problem, only we would be adding the fractional pieces 2/4 and 2/4. Okay. And I'm going to write it this way too, because 1/2 plus 1/2 would equal 2/2 or 1. Okay. And here I would do 2/4 plus 2/4 equals 4/4 or 1. And then again, I just add my 1 plus 1 equals 2. So now we're going to go down here and do this one. I have 2 2/5 plus 1 4/5. So again, I'm going to do the fractional parts first, and then I'm going to add the whole numbers in. So 2/5 plus 4/5 equals 6/5. Okay. If my fractional pieces are fifths, a whole would equal 5/5. I have 6/5. So as you remember, I would write that as 1 1/5. Okay. Now I still have to add in my two wholes from before. So I have 2 and 1 to add in. So now what I can do is I can say, I'm just going to go down here to give myself a little bit more room. I'm going to say 1 plus 2 plus 1. So that's the whole from here, from the 2 2/5 is right here. The 1 from the 1 4/5 is here, and the 1 that I got over here is from the addition I've already done with my fractional pieces. Okay, so that equals 4. And then I have to remember to include my fractional piece here, and 1/5. All right, so again, first we're doing the fractional pieces, if you will, which I've put inside the parentheses here. I added those first, and then I had to do some regrouping because I had 6/5, which equaled 1 1/5. Okay, then I added back in my wholes, 2 wholes, 1 whole, and the 1 whole from over here. So that makes a total of 4, and then my fifths, fractional pieces, 4 1/5. Thanks, guys. Just email me with any questions.